Good morning. Mark Guy Pierce was an evangelist in the South, and he was holding a revival in the church. You know, that was an extended series of meetings they had back in the middle of the 20th century and earlier. And he was holding one of those, and he'd been speaking for a couple of weeks, and nobody had responded. And one evening, finally after all that time, a little girl came forward. She was only 4 years old, and she said she wanted to receive Jesus as her Lord and Savior. And so he sat down with her, and he talked with her for a long time, and he told her that that Jesus could save us. He could take away our ugliness. He could help us become the kind of person we wanted to be, and if we trusted him, a lot of good things could happen for us. And he said to her, Pierce said to her, you've had that experience today. So the next morning when she got up, she dressed up. She was really very prim and proper. And a man came to see her dad, and when he came to the door, he looked at her and said, "Are you going somewhere?" And she said, "No, I'm not going anywhere. I became a Christian last night, and I'm so happy that I dressed up." And then she looked at him and said, "Are you a Christian?" And he said, "No." And she said, "Why not?" He said, "Well, I know that maybe the good Lord can take care of you at 4, and he can protect you and make you the kind of person. But if God would ever take old Dan over there, the blacksmith over there, he's a ornery cuss. If God could do something for him, then I might believe and I might decide to go to church." And so he turned and he left. And the little girl sat on the porch for a long time, and she thought about old Dan, and then she got up and she marched across the street, and she said, "Dan, I want to talk to you." And Dad said, "Just a minute." And he finished what he had to do, and he sat down with the little girl, and the little girl told him the story of what had just happened. And she said, "Won't you come to church next Sunday so that people will know that Jesus can save somebody like me? It would really be nice if you could do that." And he promised he would. The next Sunday he went to church, and the word spread all over town. They were appalled almost that old Dan would show to church. And so the next Sunday there was a big crowd there to see if old Dan would show up. And sure enough, he showed up. And he continued to show up Sunday after Sunday because he had discovered something that could happen in his life. He could be changed. He could be made over. He could be renewed. He could be, in a sense, born anew. He could have a new kind of spirit, a new kind of way of looking at life. Wow, that's a great experience to be able to anticipate that such a thing could happen for me and could happen for you. And I know it can, because I've seen a lot of people that had it happen to. A lot of people that were inmates at the prison discovered life in a new way because they were willing to open their lives and trust their Savior. I pray you'll be able to do that too. May the good Lord bless you this morning.